Hello, I'm Rita Singh, and by profession I'm a UGC trained lecturer. I have done MA, MEd, and MPhil, and I was a lecturer in a teaching department, MIT University, RD College of Education, and as well as I'm performing artists and worked in many plays, one-act plays, as well as TV serials. I have done few fashion shows as well. This is all about myself. And welcome to my acting presentation. The sequence of my presentation would be as follows. Today we are going to talk about very basic tools in acting. It's just sort of a warming up introduction what all we are going to teach you here, and I would like to start my lecture with a very controversial statement which was stealing headlines lately when great Bollywood actor Mr. Nasiruddin Shah hit very hard on mushrooming acting schools in India, calling them fraud and sham. According to him, if you have got a acting passion and knack of acting, it comes automatically to you. You need not to go to any institution. With all due respect to the great actor, I beg to differ. There is no set rules to become a great actor. We have action heroes these days like Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jackie Chan, and in Bollywood actors like Tiger Shroff, and who are making their dough with their action skills and dancing skills, you can say that. So there is no set formula to become an actor, and in the changing time, when the new technologies are coming in, it is very important to find out what are your shortcomings, work on that, and use them to your own advantage. Because today's competitive world, actor doesn't get second chance because it's a very competitive world, and there was time when criteria in entering the Bollywood was good looks, good looks, good looks. But in 70s, people like Nasiruddin Shah, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, Shabana Azmi, Zarina Wahab, Smita Patil, they broke this myth and gave hope to common people. Even ordinary people, they can become actors. Maybe they are born actors, but I would say in today's actor, they are very talented and giving new definition to Indian cinema, and they are very successful. They may not be as talented as Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, but they are good. So guys, to cut the story short, there is no laid out formula to become successful through hard work. Successful through hard work, persistent and perseverance, and little bit luck, anyone can become an actor. If you search the net and look for the qualities of good actor, you will get unending results. But if you ask me, so I think if you have got one basic quality, and that is water component. I know you are going to ask me what the hell it is. Well, you may have heard a very famous Bollywood song, Pani Re Pani Tera Rang Kaisa, Jisme Mila Lo Lage Us Jaisa. So, an actor should be transparent without any inhibition so that he could absorb the character fully and leave no traces of his own personality. Now we are going to talk about various tools and techniques which helps us in achieving our target to becoming a good actor. First of all, imagination and observation. Our powers, the easiest way to do is to combine imagination with observation. Our powers of observation can get a little rusty given the pace which we live, amount of things we have to distract us. I mean, we live in a very fast society and there are so many distractions. And here I would like to give you an example. Whenever I travel by metro or local buses, I watch youngsters carrying their mobile phones, laptops, and all electronic gadgets, and they are busy. They would not even spare a single look to their co-passengers, to their surrounding. And for an actor, I feel this is a very damaging trait. And guys, if you have this sort of a trait, so then acting is not for you. Because an actor should be sensitive. These qualities makes you aloof, insensitive, and actor should be, very sensitive. And you can enhance your power of imagination and observance. I've seen that great actors, not only actors, I'm talking about artists. Great artists, they have got very good imagination. And if you mix imagination with observation, the result is lethal. For example, when you go out, when you go out, you take out time, go to the mall, go to the public places, observe people. You can pick up one person or you can observe group of people, see how they are talking, how they are behaving, how they are, dressed up, and start asking question to yourself, what kind of a life they would be leading. What kind of are they living in an apartment or in an independent bungalow? Or what kind of a life? What about their dreams? Start asking questions and you would realize the person would appear in front of you in a very heartfelt way. Next time, when you have difficulty to relate with your character, so practice this exercise and I'm sure you will be successful. Now we come to the next step, and that is improvisation. Improvisation or improv is a form of live theater in which the plot, characters, dialogue of a game, scene or story made up at the moment. Often improviser will take suggestion from the audience or draw on some other source of inspiration to get started. It is a form of theater where more or all of what is performed and created at the moment is performed. For example, you may have seen Kapil Sharma's show, and you may have seen they have written script. All right, all the characters in that show, they have written script. But at times what happens is someone from the audience or even the guest stars, they put him in a difficult situation and he improvises immediately. But for that you need lots of confidence and courage, and of course practice makes you more perfect. And it happens in music shows also, performance where a singer is singing and you think that, oh, he is singing differently. So these are, and we are going to give you these improvisation exercises to your class. We are going to give you music pieces and some dialogues where you have to improvise. Now we come to voice, speech, and diction. Being an actor means having full control, not only of your body but also your vocal cords. Actors who have great potential must learn to command attention or power through their voice. They must understand how to control their voice, and they must take care of the vital acting tool, articulation drills, to make sure they get your message. You may be knowing that voice is a God gift, and it is true in fact, but it can be trained. This is also a fact that nobody is a born singer or narrator or voice artist. Yes, he and she may have a sweet melodious voice by birth, but still they need to be trained enough to modulate, vibrate, and be able to perform professionally. And for required time, they become thorough professional. And here I am going to share few tips how to improve your voice, so that in the voice arena you can become anything you want to become, like dubbing artist, mimicry artist, performing actor, or whatever, so on. Now I want to share that yoga plays very important role in modulating your voice, and there are few exercises which I am going to share with you very briefly. One is that sa re ga ma pa. So you take a full breath from your mouth, not from your nose, and say sa till your breath declines. Don't stress yourself and do it. You would realize that your base of thought is improving day by day. Similarly, you can chant Om, divide half into half, 50%, Om, like that. Apart from that, there are few yoga exercises like Brahmari Pranayam, Ujjaini Pranayam, which helps you to modulate your voice. You can speak clearly, and I'm sure in your yoga class we are going to teach you in detail. Now we come to the diction. Diction exercises, they helps us in speaking clearly. Like an athlete, they do warm-up exercises, stretches before the event. Even musicians, they do it, and because your speech content may be very good, you look very great, but if you can't speak clearly, then your message is lost. Doesn't matter how great you look, how powerful dialogue you have, but if your dialogue delivery, if your speech is not clear, then everything flops. So that's why these exercises are very important. Tongue twister, they come very handy. I remember when we were small kids, so there used to be no TV, no movies, nothing, and we used to play चाचा ने चाची को चांदनी चौक में चांदी के चमचे से चटपटी चटनी चटाई. So at that time we did not realize the importance of those things, but they are very beneficial. And in the end, I would like to give you an example, a beautiful poetry, how to modulate your voice. अजनबी देश के रस्तों पे भटकती रही, मैंने सोचा है कि आज तुझे खत लिखूं, आज लिखूं कि सुलगते हुए अरमानों में कितने जहरीले सुबह तीर चुभा करते हैं, कैसे धुंधलाई हुई रात में बेबस आंसू डर के तन्हाई से थम थम कर बहा करते हैं। झुंझलाहट में तुझे भूलने की कोशिश की, कैसे फिर लौट आने की दुआ करते हैं, ताने कसते हैं कई बार तेरी चाहत पर, रूह के एहसास को बदनाम किया करते हैं। तू जो आ जाए तो इन जलती हुई आंखों को तेरे होंठ तले ढेर सा आराम मिले, तेरी बाहों में सिमट कर मेरी बेख्वाब से रातों को आराम मिले। मगर ये खत जो कि मैं तेरे लिए लिखूंगी, कौन ले जाएगा इन अजनबी रस्तों पर इसे? ये तो खो जाएगा इन गुमनाम सी गलियों में कहीं, तेरे आने की आहट कौन मुझ तक पहुंचाएगा? आह, सोचा था आज तुझे खत लिखूं, सोचा था आज तुझे खत लिखूं। Thank you everyone.
Thank you. Okay, if we talk about improvisation or imagination, do you have some? Be there only.
Okay.
Be within the frame, please. If we talk about imagination,
Okay.
that's a very important element when we talk about acting. Do you have certain activities that you can give to your students and they can improve their improvisation and for that matter imagination?
Yeah, I can tell
What
you
are
about
those
that. I
activities?
have attended a short, like workshop, and in which they gave us a, music piece, and we were asked to perform on that particular piece, and it was sort of an improvisation, class for us. तो उसमें जो है, I will tell you first Hindi part, so you will be able to understand. So there was one song जिन्हें दो और लोगों ने perform किया था, not me, and that was a famous song, Monica, oh my darling, पिया तू अब तो आजा. As you all know, it's a cabaret song performed by Helen. But they did it, the husband who was entering in the house, and his wife, she is pregnant, and he brought medicine for her. And अभी मेरे को पूरे वो लिरिक्स याद नहीं है, मेरी हालत पे रहे जो तेरा करम, and it was very hilarious and as well as very imaginative, and everyone appreciated a lot. And there was another performance in which one student, he selected a music piece जिसमें इंग्लिश उससे था वो, and he imagined कि वो कुएं में गिर गया है, and the person is struggling out from the well, पानी भर गया है, and how he lost his life, he came out. So these were the exercises, and that's how we can do.
Okay, when we talk about the techniques of acting, one of the very important technique is method acting. Do you know something about method acting also?
Method acting, I am forgetting. I think there was a Russian, some Russian actor who introduced that technique, and in that technique, he told us, like, suppose if you have to perform perform a scene in which you have lost your father. Okay, fine, आपके father हैं, और वो feel लाने के लिए you have to imagine you may have lost your brother or anyone near and dear to one, and think about that. Okay, what is your relationship with him or her, and imagine yourself, and then the feel comes. So this is a very important technique. Even if I have to do it, if I have to perform a scene and in which it's a very emotional scene, so I don't talk to anyone. I just sit, all by myself and think about, how much love I, have for my son or my husband, and if I, lose one of them, so how upset I would be. And I don't need any glycerin or something like that. You become sentimental and you perform the scene. So this is the very basic technique.
So do we actually implement this method acting in Bollywood also?
Yes,
Or
we
that's
do.
relevant in Western cinema
No,
only?
no, it is not.
Any example from Bollywood? Any film, any scene?
No, I mean, I know very few people in Bollywood, and that's how they perform these scenes. I can give you one example. I think it was Priyanka Chopra. Yeah, I think it was Priyanka Chopra. She lost her father. She was very attached to him. And then in an interview, she told, her viewers that how she performed that particular scene. And, it all came back to her, how she lost her father. And it was very easy for her to perform. So,
Okay. Ma'am, you have worked on stage also?
yes, I have worked.
Fine. So when we direct or when we act on
Ji.
stage,
Ji.
we have certain planes of action.
Yeah.
Or in normal words, we have foreground, we have mid, where you are standing right now. We have background also.
Ji.
So each planes have their significance. If I'm as an actor is standing in the foreground, or if as a director I'm instructing you to stand in the foreground, it has some meaning. In the midground it has some meaning, and background it has some meaning.
Yeah.
So do you know the significance when an actor has to be in all these planes? What it actually signifies? Suppose, why will I ask you to stand in the foreground when your scene opens? Why will I ask you to stand in the midground or background?
It depends on the script.
So what is that particular situation? I agree, it depends on the
Depends
script.
on
I
the
agree,
particularly
it
situation.
depends on the situation that we
Yeah.
have in the script.
Script, yeah.
But what is the situation that I'm making you stand in the foreground?
The thing is, like say, suppose if I am a performing artist and play is opening, so you may have heard the first impression is the last impression, and if I am, standing here on foreground, so I'm full face, I am watching the audience and vice versa. So they are watching me, my body language, my, voice, speech, and I will open my dialogue, whatever it may be. And it makes a very good impression. But different जो scripts होते हैं उनकी different requirements होती हैं. I remember मैंने जो है एक play किया था, उसमें जो है वो सारा background के अंदर चलता है, flashback के अंदर. So there was a screen, और screen के पीछे से जो है जो artists थे उन्होंने enact किया. And I am sitting in the stage and remembering that, and they played the music, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. So it depends on what is the demand of a script.
Okay, have you realized that acting for theatres and acting for films are little different?
Yeah, it is
So
different.
what's the basic difference between theatre acting and film acting?
I think if you are a stage actor, so it is very easy to become a, like film actor or a TV actor. The reason is, like, when you perform on a stage, okay, so you have to be more confident. There is no second take. There is no retake. You have to work on your voice. You have to work on your diction. And no cut, nothing in one go. And it requires lots of confidence. Okay, whereas when you are working on a TV serial, so there are retakes, and you can improvise your scene. You can work on your voice modulation when you are dubbing. So that way. So the basic thing is working in a TV serial or movies is more little technical जो होता है, but it takes little time, but it comes naturally to you if you are in stage actor.
What type of voice therapy you do in your class? Student will learn lots. Can you give any example?
I don't understand.
Which type of voice therapy you do in your class? Okay, so student learn more. Have you any example?
I mean the example.
For example, you have talked about diction, you have talked about voice, speech, right?
जी.
So we have certain kind of activities, therapies to improve our voice,
Voice, yeah,
like to bring the bass,
bass, yeah.
right? So do you have certain activities in your mind that you can ask your students to perform so that they can improve their voice?
First, though, Kenan, we were giving actually, I am talking about myself. We were giving little vocal, lessons. Not that I am very good singer. I am not. I don't sing. But they told us that it is very important if you take lesson. In fact, we have taken few classical, lessons too, Kathak ki. Or we worked on the movements and everything, and I don't say that I am trained classical Kathak dancer, but if I have to perform on a semi classical number, so I think I would be able to perform with the rehearsals and all. Not that कि भी मुझे जो है वो classical dancer बनना ही है. So similarly, when we talk about voice, तो few vocal lessons जो है that will help you कि उन लोगों का सांस नहीं चढ़े when they are performing, and calm to become voice जो है आपकी compose हो. And modulation के लिए तो yes, they give pieces everywhere, some portions from the plays, dogs, from the movies.
Right.
Each actor has different way of speaking. आप मुझे जो dialogue देंगे मैं किसी और तरह से बोल लूँगी, and ये किसी और तरह से बोलेंगे. That does not mean कि my जो is correct, my way of speaking is correct and his way of speaking. So हर एक की अपनी होती है. So according to the script, according to the person, one has to परफॉर्म. आपने टीवी सीरियल्स में भी देखा होगा कि बीच में इनके जो कैरेक्टर्स जो होते हैं एक्टर चेंज हो जाते हैं, और उसके साथ ही साथ जो है उनका पूरा कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ही चेंज हो जाती है, क्योंकि जो पहले एक्टर था वो काफ़ी फोर्सफुल और एग्रेसिव था, वेयर एज अगला एक्टर लेंगे तो वो बिल्कुल ही चले जाता है. तो ये भी होता है.